are about to discover what makes the Federation Walk Coastal Reserve such a significant Gold Coast attraction. This 93-hectare reserve, which was opened on 22nd of June 2003, comprises the eastern end of a 4-kilometre long peninsula of land located north of Main Beach, known as the Spit. Only 8 kilometres from the heart of Surfers Paradise, this piece of prime land, which was formed as a product of longshore drift at the end of the 19th century, has been hotly contested throughout the history of the Gold Coast. Developers and governments wanting to cash in on the obvious commercial potential of this land have come head to head with environmentalists and locals fighting hard to preserve it as it is. In 2006, the idea for a proposed cruise ship terminal was abolished after reports showed that it would be devastating for the local environment and the more than 450 marine species that live here. A similar proposal resurfaced in 2012, prompting locals to unite in the largest public rally in the Gold Coast's history to once again protect the land. Today, the Spit is governed by legislation known as the Spit Master Plan, which aims to strike a balance between economic growth and environmental sustainability by allowing some areas of the land to be developed while preserving 138 hectares of green space for future generations with parks, rainforest restoration areas, walkways and sand dunes. This green space, of which the Federation Walk Coastal Reserve is a big component, has been nicknamed the Gold Coast's Central Park. It is a place where not only tourists can come and experience one of the most diverse inshore city marine parks in Australia, but where locals can also bring their families to enjoy activities such as fishing, boating, surfing, scuba diving and walking. Composed of various habitats such as littoral rainforest, native grasslands and pockets of wetlands, the reserve is home to a large array of fauna and flora, including frogs, eastern water dragons, carpet pythons and many species of rare birds. Despite living on the Gold Coast for over 7 years, it was only recently that I learned about the environmental significance of this reserve. As I have myself become more interested in the Gold Coast's natural regions, being able to explore this relatively little known Gold Coast Central Park is an exciting opportunity. So we've just run into, what's your name?
Rogue.
Oh, and this is
Ricky.
Ricky's the friendliest dog ever, so you guys are coming down here for a walk this morning?
Yeah.
It's so awesome to meet
He walks every day.
Oh, he walks every day, yeah, I bet he does. It's really awesome to meet all the locals that come here. Oh, beautiful. Yes, you are beautiful. Yes, you are. You're gorgeous.
He's very strong though.
So we've run into these guys this morning. They're tripping around in their van. What's your name?
Lena.
And
Vincent.
And Vincent. We've got Vincent hiding in the back there.
Yes.
This get up is awesome.
Thank you.
Did you actually do up this van yourself?
Yes, we did. Just freshly, like maybe 3-4 weeks ago. I think just before Christmas we started.
Yeah.
It took a while, but yeah, we did it ourselves.
That is so cool. And you're from Germany?
Yeah, from Germany. That's the one.
And how are you enjoying your time here on the Gold Coast?
Well, pretty good. We used to be like working quite a lot, so now we have a bit of holiday time off.
Holiday time is always good.
Yeah, that's the thing, and then we're gonna start working in like a month or so again. But for now it was nice, enjoying the summer, even though it's not quite summery here for Australia.
Yes, it has been very cloudy.
Yeah, it has been, but yeah, that's pretty much it. And then just stick around because of the course that we have to attend once a week, and just travel, see some waterfalls around. We went to Beachmont, which is a super beautiful place, yes, and they have this beautiful waterfall there. Yeah,
Nice.
yeah, it was beautiful for sure.
This first part of the walk is composed of rainforest and is beautiful and shady. It rained last night, so as soon as I walked into this rainforest area, I could just smell the rainforesty air and the damp freshness of it. It's just absolutely gorgeous here. What's really interesting on this Federation walk too is you can see these little tracks that go off the path. They're not official tracks, but if you're game enough, you can go down and explore and see what you find.
Ooh.
I wonder if we're going to find any bits of clothing. This is a perfect track for locals to get their exercise too, like go jogging, walking, cycling. So it's beautiful and flat, little bit slope, few slopes, but no, it's a really good exercise track. And you know what's great about this as well? You can actually hear the waves. The beach is just over there. It's just so fantastic. You're in rainforest, there's the beach there. Perfect. Here's another one of these little go-to tracks. Leave us a comment below the video if you know anything about these tracks. There are many places for beach access along this walk, including this first one here at Right Way. So let's head up and see what we can see. Oh, I love the sound of the crashing waves. You can hear them. That is just brilliant. And this is a parallel track that you can take. So this is Right Way, and that goes parallel to the Federation walk, which is what we're doing today, but we're just going to pop up here and have a look at the beach, since there's such beautiful beach access. And there's lots of points for beach access along Federation Walk, but this is the first one and I just can't wait to see the beach. Go to the beaches in Surfers Paradise, but you know what? Coming to the beaches here is absolutely perfect. One, it's not crowded, so you can pretty much have the place to yourself. Two, there's shade, so you can bring a blanket, your picnic basket, water bottles, sit here all day if you want to, and the water's just a few metres away, so you can go have a swim, come back in the shade, chill out for a couple of hours, go and have another swim, stay here all day. This is a beautiful, look at this tree. I absolutely love the gum trees here, that is just gorgeous. And here's another access to the road.
Yeah, straight out to SeaWorld there.
Yeah, straight, oh, you can actually see
the roller coaster.
The roller coaster being built there. So SeaWorld is just there.
It could be a million miles away.
Look, I know, SeaWorld, rainforest and the beach, all within a few metres. This is rapidly becoming my favourite Gold Coast walk. This is so nice here.
Just got to watch out for push bikes.
Yeah, just got to watch out for push bikes, yeah, exactly. But it's the perfect mix, I reckon. Rainforesty type, moist, fresh air and the beach. Like, it's a great mix. It is really beautiful. Because we did the Calligrabah Creek Trail, and that's an absolutely fantastic trail to explore. But that was more a little bit more inland, so you couldn't hear the beach and it wasn't that close to the coast. Whereas this, look, the beach is just across that little hillock there. You can hear it the whole time. You can hear the waves as you're walking.
It's amazing with Federation Walk.
Yep.
It is literally right on our doorstep.
Yep.
And I'd say 50% of Gold Coast people have never even been here, probably never even heard of it before.
I have lived here for 7 years and I've never been here, and I only recently discovered that it existed. So you're right, I do think there's lots of locals that live here that don't even know this exists. So this is the City of Gold Coast motivating everyone to keep fit. This is one of their park run signs. If you want to do a 2-kilometre loop back to the car park, you can either run, jog or walk it. We're walking it. Well, we're not going to walk the loop, but we're walking today. You can even bring an umbrella with you if you're worried about getting too much sun, which I don't want to get too much sun today, so you can just have this over you in the sunnier spots and then put it down in the shadier spots. The vegetation along this walk is absolutely fascinating. Like, look at this beautiful palm tree that we've just come across. I mean, you know, you wouldn't think that you would just run into something like this just here, but yeah, it's absolutely magnificent. I've actually never seen a palm tree like this.
There is so much diversity in just this short bit of rainforest.
We've got Christmas trees and everything. We've come up to the second beach access on the Federation Walk, and that's Walls Walk. So if you follow that path up there, you will get to the beach again. So we've run into, you said quasi-local.
Quasi-local.
What do you mean by that?
I only moved over here end of December from Western Australia, as I was just saying.
Okay,
But,
yeah, cool.
Yeah, I'm living up in Pope Island now and just sort of doing walks and doing a bit of bird watching.
Fantastic. What do you think of the Gold Coast?
Compared to West Australia, a lot busier than Perth is.
Okay, yeah.
But it is a wonderful, wonderful spot.
Yeah.
Half an hour out from somewhere like Tambourine Mountain is just incredible for bird watching and walking and that sort of stuff.
Oh, it is, yeah. And the Federation Walk, which is what we're doing today, how did you find out about that?
Honestly, I've got an app that I use looking for all the best walks in Queensland and that sort of stuff, and this was one of the top rated ones, and it was 20 minutes drive from where I live, so I thought, why not?
Fantastic. And what's your name?
Dylan.
Dylan. It is awesome to meet you, Dylan, and
Lovely to
thank
meet you
you
too.
for chatting to us. And hopefully you're going to see lots of birds, because there's lots of rare birds here, isn't there?
Absolutely. Yeah, lots of really fantastic ones. Already seen a couple of beautiful fairy wrens, which we don't have in Western Australia, so that's fantastic.
Oh, that's just awesome. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
So this is the third beach access along this walk, Ocean Way Junction. So if you just go up there, you'll hit the beach. Another park run sign to motivate us all to start exercising. And the learning place is just down here. So we're going to go and check that out. This mini amphitheatre was built as an outdoor learning space for coastal education programs at the Spit. It's used by school students taking part in initiatives such as Coastal Ed and Naturally GC. But it's just as useful today as a beautiful place for me to sit down and relax and listen to the birds. So we've passed the midway point of the walk, which is around about where the learning centre is, and we've also left the rainforest area behind us now, and we're into the open woodland area. So there's less shade, but the vegetation is really interesting here, and it's a nice contrast too when you go from shade to sun. Although if it is a really sunny day, yeah, like this umbrella does help protect you as well as sunscreen. Flowers are just lovely. As we walk along this peninsula of land, you can see parts of the city behind us. That's about probably Labrador there behind us there. It's not uncommon that fires come through the Spit, and here's one area where a fire's come through, probably pretty recently, I'd say. So we've reached the fifth and final beach access on the Federation Walk, which is the sand pumping jetty. It was recently upgraded and the public now have free access to this area. It's a perfect spot to just come and spend the day, go fishing, watch the surfing, and there's toilets here, shade, benches, absolutely beautiful. We've run into Frankie here who's enjoying the dog beach. And what are you guys' names?
I'm John.
John? And I'm Steph. Steph. John and Steph. And you obviously are locals here. Yeah. And do you come down here often with Frankie?
Watch every month or so.
Yeah. All over the place. Yeah.
Right. I love you. I want to go for a walk.
Go for a walk. Yeah, exactly. It's nice down here, isn't it, though? Getting Facebook, yeah, we're watching the Australia. That's fine. We've run into the best dog ever. This is Fury. Fury is just awesome. Fury is 10 months old, is that right?
10 months, yeah.
And you're Jared?
Jared, correct.
And a local here, obviously?
Yeah, local, come here as much as I can, bring him down here.
Oh, isn't it good that there's this spot here
That's
where you
amazing.
can let the
It's
dog?
the best.
Yeah,
It's the best. He loves
yeah. I reckon that's one of the best things about the spit.
Yeah, you can get all the water taps here as well.
Yeah.
Down, so.
Oh yeah, you can hose them down.
Yeah, hose them down with hose. So
Yeah.
it's good.
Oh, it's fantastic.
Yeah.
Thank you so much
That's
for stopping
all
to say hello.
It's all good.
Meeting Fury has
yeah.
actually made my day.
Yeah, he's the best.
He is the best.
He's got a good temperament.
Yeah, he's awesome. Oh, this is beautiful up here. Like the view is just gorgeous. You can see over the waves and the beach, and yeah, very, very nice. So Jason's here fishing, and you've caught something today, haven't you?
Yeah, I got one of them. I got most of the time fishing.
Oh, okay, not the right size. Oh, you chucked them back there. Do you come here often to fish?
Yeah, it used to be before coming 2-3 times a week. Now depends.
Okay, yep.
I'm 18 years old.
Oh, no way. You're doing very... Fishing's obviously keeping Jackson young. And what do you eat the fish that you...
Yeah. I know it's all like fish egg.
Yeah.
It was a lot of whiting, jewelfish. Jewelfish not too many.
Yeah.
Each year couple. And snapper, squire, Tyler. Tyler no eat it, I give it away.
Oh, you can know,
And
yeah.
mouse's fish
Yeah.
and brim roll. I love it.
There you go. There's a secret for anti-aging. Eat bream that you've freshly caught from the Gold Coast.
Yeah.
And that'll be dinner.
26 Sunday.
Oh, lovely. Yeah, that's
Just
beautiful.
one size, one Sunday.
Yeah. We are at the surf school. Where people come to learn to surf. And who am I speaking to
So
here?
I'm Monica.
Yeah.
I'm just the office lady.
Yeah.
We have a lesson going on out back at the moment, so if you wanted to have a look, you could.
That is awesome.
Yeah.
And so what do people gain from coming here? Obviously they come here to learn to surf. Have they never surfed before? Do you take
Yeah,
people
so
that...
obviously we take people that haven't surfed before, they have. We just basically focus on beginner lessons.
Okay.
We have private lessons available as well.
Yeah.
We do group booking, so we work with a lot of school groups as well and international travellers.
Interesting.
Yeah, we just take everyone.
That's cool. That's
Yeah.
really awesome. And it's probably safer if you're wanting to get into surfing to actually do some lessons
Yeah,
first.
so
I think.
100% we recommend doing the lesson just to learn the
Yeah.
basics as well.
Yeah.
Just knowing how to get up on the board, just knowing like the board itself, just knowing the fins, obviously the rails and everything.
So is the Spit a good place to surf? Do you think?
100%. So recently Tourism Australia just placed the Spit as the third best beach in Australia. So
That's brilliant.
Yeah.
That is really good.
It's awesome.
Yeah, it is a beautiful place.
Yeah, no, we love it here.
So we're we're nearly at the end of the Federation Walk now. So after the sand pumping jetty, you follow this track. This is the Federation Walk. It continues on to the Seaway just along this bit, and you'll find a little bit more shade here. So let's go to the end. So we've come to the end of the Federation Walk here. This is where we've started from Phillip Park, and we've come all the way up here, all the way up to the top there, and then if you turn right at the end there, you can go to the lookout point. So this is the Seaway here. I think this is really the Gold Coast at its best. Blue water's just absolutely sparkling in the sun. Just absolutely beautiful. Open ocean out that way. It is just superb here. So as a reward for completing the 3-kilometre Federation Walk, it's so fantastic just to sit here in the shade, watch the boat, watch the ocean, and just have a cool drink and just enjoy the absolutely beautiful place we have here on the Gold Coast. So there's all sorts of options for you when you reach the end here. You can grab a hire bike and go back on a push bike, or you can walk back the way we came back to Phillip Park. We're not going to do that today though. We're going to keep going along the Seaway down here and go and check out the kiosk. So this is the Seaway Southport Tower, and it's manned by volunteers. If you're going out in a boat, you can let them know, they log it in, and so that way they can make sure that you return safely. So here's the kiosk here where you can just chill out and have a cold drink. And you can see this fencing that they've put around here. That's because they've just built a lovely new viewing deck. So it's just been finished. was so unreal exploring the Federation Walk. The Gold Coast has so much more to offer, so make sure you stay tuned.